Coming up on WUFT's First at 5, body cam footage from the United with Israel vigil was released. This and the new information we've received.
And the city of High Springs hosts its elections tomorrow. Everything you need to know before you head out to the ballots.
We have a cold front on the way that's going to be bringing the chilly weather and potential storms with it. I'll be timing it out in weather.
First at 5. From the University of Florida's College of Journalism and Communications, you're watching WUFT News.
Welcome to WUFT News First at 5. I'm Megan Hartnett.
And I'm Bianca Smith. Thank you for joining us. UPD body cam footage uncovered from the October 9th United with Israel vigil shows university police moments before the chaos unraveled after confusion in the crowd.
WUFT's Loren Miranda is live on campus where the vigil took place. Loren, you've reviewed this body camera footage all day.
That's right. I've carefully reviewed more than 8 hours of police body cam footage. That footage revealed previously unreported information, which included a potential hate threat that GPD had been investigating earlier that day. Exclusive body cam footage that emerged from last month's stampede in Turlington shows exactly how the peaceful vigil quickly dissolved into chaos.
Give me traffic right now!
During a prayer for the Israel Defense Forces' safety towards the end of the memorial service, an unidentified woman in the audience of over 1,200 fainted.
I think it was me. I think I scared everybody.
It's okay. Yeah. Her boyfriend shouted, "Call 911," which police reported caused the mass panic. The woman said she didn't think she hit her head. She told officers she donated blood earlier that week. The mad dash for safety from Turlington to surrounding campus areas resulted in students being trampled, items in disarray, and emotions all over the place.
And I remember not being able to move, and I remember seeing a light, which I think was just a Turlington light, but I thought it was like a car headlight, and I was like, this is it. Like, I thought a car was coming into us who were stuck on the floor at that time, and I was like, this is it. This is the hate crime that takes me and my friends.
UF student Imbal Amit became frantic when she couldn't find her friends.
At the time, the feelings were very real, were very raw. And I was able to get up. I lost my shoe and my keys, but obviously that didn't matter at that time. I just ran.
University of Florida President Ben Sass reported that some students heard,
"There were 2 pop sounds from over here, and the students near the podium started saying gunfire."
Students collided with UPD officers who rushed to the scene with weapons drawn. UF student Maya Shamash and her sister hid in nearby bushes until the scene was cleared.
To a bush, and we hid, and we were hugging each other, and I was half lying on top of her, and we were kind of crouching down and scooting farther in so that we could kind of try and hide ourselves.
2 hours after the vigil, the area was cleared. This footage reveals authorities had knowledge of an unidentified man in his 60s who was reported to officials for making a threat towards the Jewish community earlier that day.
The problem was GPD was working a call. Somebody overheard their neighbor saying that he was going to kill a bunch of Jews and he was going to get a suicide bomber backpack. And so we were looking into that.
And the FBI Joint Terrorism Task Force being notified. It's unknown whether UF administration had been made aware of the threat. UF spokeswoman Cynthia Roldan declined to comment on making the warning public. UF Hillel and Chabad also declined to comment, but this is still a developing story as the FBI Joint Terrorism Task Force continues to investigate the threat. Reporting live in the field, Loren Miranda, WUFT News.
Deputies in Marion County are searching for a murder suspect. Investigators responded to a shooting call in Silver Springs Sunday. Detectives say the man who was shot died at the hospital. If you have any information, please contact the Marion County Sheriff's Office.
Authorities in Marion County want you to be on the lookout for a man that they say exposed himself at a store. Deputies are looking for this man. They say he visited the county store off West Highway 318 last month and showed his genitalia to the store clerk. The man left the store before police could arrive. Deputies say that he drove away in a white sedan. If you have any information, please contact the Crime Stoppers of Marion County at 352-368-STOP. That's 352-368-7867. We now turn to WUFT's Daniella Rudolph with the weather forecast.
Daniella, what are we going to be expecting on our evening commutes?
Thank you, ladies. The evening commute is looking clear, but I'll have more in just a second. Let's take a look at that live campus cam right now over the University of Florida. Temperatures at 75 degrees, and now this is the time of year on WUFT where we start to see the beautiful sunsets because we are in daylight savings. I'll have more on that in just a second as well. But looking at those temperatures across North Central Florida, relatively the same in those upper 70s, except the villages in 80. And then with our radar, we don't have any storms for this evening. It's going to be a lovely evening to head out. You can see completely clear even in those overnight hours. Now there is your evening planner if you're staying with me here in Gainesville. It's going to be cool and dark. Remember, the sun is going to be setting around 5:30 today because of daylight savings. But those temperatures are becoming chilly again, and we'll be having some areas of fog forming around that 1 a.m. hour. But of course, looking at those headlines, foggy mornings for a while, above average temperatures are on the way, and a weekend cold front is coming.
A terrifying moment for families at Florida Park. A shootout between nearby police and a burglary suspect sent children running for cover. It happened at a park in St. Johns County as children were playing on a soccer field Sunday. Police say a burglary suspect led them on a chase to the park. They say when the suspect reached the parking lot, that's when the shootout with deputies took place. One witness says she heard rapid gunfire, about 30 to 40 shots. Children on the nearby soccer field ran for cover. No children were hurt, but the suspect was later shot and died at the hospital.
And today marks the first day of a 4-day special session for Florida lawmakers. Some of the topics going to be covered include Israel, disaster relief, and money for special needs students. The session began with a prayer from Rabbi Mendel Danao of Pensacola, Florida. Lawmakers will begin considering sanctions against Iran and express support for Israel. A $35 million grant program was proposed to help secure Jewish schools and synagogues. One of the speakers included Holocaust survivor David Shatner, who said that this is not the time to be silent.
We cannot stand by in the face of the tragic massacre of October 7th.
A 10-year loan program for $75 million was proposed specifically for farmers, along with money to provide housing relief. Discussions surrounding increasing support for the Family Empowerment Scholarship were started as well, which provides more vouchers for students with disabilities. We'll keep you updated throughout the week on what's going on in Tallahassee.
Election day is tomorrow, and only one local town is holding elections for a pair of city commission seats. In the city of High Springs, incumbent Ross Ambrose will look to keep seat 1 of the city commission. He is going against challenger Andrew Miller. And for the city commission seat 2, incumbent Gloria James is facing off against challenger Steve Tapinas. Polls open tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. and will close at 7 p.m.
When we get back from the break, a grocery store is donating bikes to underprivileged kids for Christmas.
Find out which grocery store chain helped kids ring in the holidays when we return.